Good morning, everyone. We got the U-17 World Cup starting today for the U.S. Actually, a lot of games happened already in other groups, including our own, where the Czech Republic actually completely destroyed Tajikistan. Is that how you say it? Tajikistan?
I've always said Tajikistan, but Tajikistan might be the local way of saying it. Like that's might be what they call it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why I've heard Tajikistan a few times. Well, they lost
Probably right.
6-1, so we're not going to be talking about them too much. Pete, we have a U-17 roster. U-17, I guess, like generation of players here that seems very talented, right? We're going to talk about a lot of the players. There are question marks about this team, but it seems like we have a special group here, unlike the U-20s, right? So, starting 11, want to start with it?
Yeah. So Aiden Stokes in goal. It's not quite right here on the lineup. Pedro Guimarães is the left back. I've seen him play for Orange County. He's a starter in USL, gets goals and assists for them regularly. Christopher Cupps, the Chicago Fire center back, has a few appearances for the first team. Hamuda will be next to him in center back. And then Gio Villa is the right back. Carrizo is the 10. Jude Terry, LAFC midfielder, very, very highly rated over there. And then Cooper Sanchez are the midfield. Mathis Albert, definitely the most talented player starting today, probably the most talented player on this team. He will be on the left. Julian Hall will be in the middle as the striker, the New York Red Bull striker. And then Berchimas, who's struggled to get playing time with Charlotte this season, it will be on the right. Or it could be switched. Albert could be on the right, but I'm guessing Albert will be on the left. That's where he plays for Dortmund, cutting in onto his right foot, and then Berchimas is left-footed, so he'll be cutting in from the right onto his left. Hall is not on the wing, guys. Although there will be some interchange, I think. But yeah, that's basically the lineup. There's quite a bit of there's a fair bit of pro experience here. Guimarães, Cups, Carrizo, Berchimas, and
Hall.
Julian Hall all have pro experience in MLS or USL.
Has Jude Terry not played some pro minutes?
Not
No.
yet. LAFC is notoriously bad about bringing young players into their first team. That's why that guy went to where'd he go? There was one of their players left their academy and went to San Diego.
Um, Forgot who it is. The fullback, right?
I believe so. Bombino. Yeah, Luca
Bambino.
Bombino.
And
Bombino.
for anyone
He's one.
wondering, on the bench, we do have Cavan Sullivan on the bench because obviously that's one of the big names that everyone's looking forward to watching. Cavan Sullivan came in late into camp because Philly held him for the two playoff games because they have an injury crisis. So Cavan Sullivan is supposed to be a starter for this team, probably to replace Berchimaz, I would say. At least that's what I would do. I don't know if
Or maybe one of the midfielders. There's also Chase Adams, who's been scoring for MLS Next Pro, Columbus Crew's MLS Next Pro team. He's like a very clinical nine.
Baby Holland.
Those two, huh?
Baby Holland.
Yeah, I don't know who has ever called him that because he scored 10 goals against some team in qualifying, but
Um,
I don't. I've never seen him play, so I've seen some highlights here and there, but I've never actually seen him play. Mateo Shakiris is an interesting one. That's Nico Shakiris' little brother, who was with the U20s. And their dad, Sean Sakiris, has been a youth national team coach with the US for a long time.
Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting players to follow along, and for anyone wanting to watch Cavan Sullivan play with the U17s, I'm sure that he'll come off the bench during the second half. Um, Winuke say, Tack, I watch your USMNT abroad video, but you didn't talk about Christopher Lund. I know you're not the biggest fan, but our depth in the fullback is not great. Okay, there's a lot of players to keep track of, and some of them are not relevant in the big picture right now, and that includes Christopher Lund, right? A player that struggled to get minutes in the second division of Italy just because he moved to the Bundesliga and doesn't mean that he's a Bundesliga level player. And Pochettino hasn't been calling him up also. Now, if he does get called in, sure, we'll start tracking Christopher Lund, but it's just kind of hard. If I start to cover every single possible player in Europe, because if I'm going to cover Christopher Lund, should I also cover Gianluca Busio? Right? I mean, I don't see much of a level gap between those two. Should I cover John Tolkien in the Bundesliga too? So if I try to cover every single player in Europe, I'm going to spread myself too thin, and either the episode's going to be way too long, which that's not going to happen, or I'm just not going to go into details when it comes to the players that actually matter. So if Lund is called in, I'll gladly cover him more, but not the case right now. And I don't think like, and when we talk about like Lund, Arfston, I also don't see much of a difference. Wuxia Game Central saying best thing about this roster is no Beaudry. Wait, hold your horses right
Oh
there.
yeah, let's wait and see Aiden Stokes first, guys.
We don't know what's the level of Aiden Stokes. Me and Pete were talking about that before. We find it unlikely that'll be as bad as Beaudry, but you never know. So let's not celebrate yet. Let's see how Aiden Stokes does. The game's about to start, right? 1 minute? In 1 minute?
Yeah, they're just lining up here. Any second now it should start. Big test for this team. This Burkina Faso team looks like a very physical team. I've never watched them play, so we'll see what their technical ability is like. But I think this is going to be a very tough game.
Where are you watching it? Fox Sports 2 or
I'm
Peacock?
watching on Fox Sports 2
Okay, I'm
through
on Peacock.
FuboTV.
We'll see who's ahead. I have actually have no idea here. Xar is saying Arfston is more handsome than Lund, so he's better for marketing purposes. Yeah, I
Also,
guess
he plays in MLS.
if two players are at the same level, yeah, you just pick whichever one looks better. That's why they pick David Beckham very often, isn't it?
No, David Beckham was actually good.
There were better players.
Not not on the right wing for Manchester United while he was there, and definitely not for England. They didn't have a better right winger than David Beckham.
He was more of a right mid, right? That's what he played, more of a right mid.
No, he was right wing. He was like crossing galore,
Who
pinpoint
was the backup?
crosses.
Joe Cole?
No, Joe Cole was at Chelsea at the time. Oh, you
No,
mean
no,
for
but
England?
in England, yeah, was Joe Cole the backup?
They didn't really have another right winger. Joe Cole was kind of in and out. Sometimes he would play as a 10, sometimes on the wing. They didn't have good wingers back then. Trevor Sinclair, who was nothing, started in the 2002 World Cup opposite David Beckham. Paul Scholes was played on the left wing. Paul freaking Scholes, one of the best midfielders England has ever produced, started on the wing because they didn't have enough wingers.
I'm looking here. Yeah, they had so when they had Beckham, Joe Cole was actually I think the left winger, Joe Cole, or the left mid, whatever. Owen Hergreaves, well, he played more as a defensive mid. Aaron Lennon. Aaron
Yeah, that was in
Lennon.
the 2006 World Cup.
Yeah.
Um, but Beckham at that point was a bit older. He was already like 29, 30.
They said, I respect your opinion, but I don't think Christopher Lund and Arfston are on the same level. After if Lund is at the same level as Arfston, then it should be rocking it at the bench. Well, I mean, if they're at the same level, it just becomes a matter of preference for the coach. That's my point. Oh, we almost scored. The game started. By the way, I guys, I just look. We've watched a lot of Christopher Lund. That's not a player I'm willing to argue against Arfston. There's a lot of players we could. I also think that Token's even better. And Berchimaz already wins the ball, gets a low cross here for the U.S.
But
So
I
Berchimaz
was
on the
told
right
that you
wing.
and I only want Euro players and that MLS players are not good enough. If you're an I mean, look, we don't like Arson, but we're not just gonna say Lund is better because he's in Europe.
No, especially because Lund struggled to get minutes in the second division of Italy. Then somehow he landed in a Bundesliga team. And I don't know, guys. I watched one Lund game this season, and it looked like the same guy that everyone likes because he smiles.
Yeah. Musa
But
and
corner,
Lund. Corner for Faso, Burkina Faso.
I like how Qatar is hosting this. It almost feels like this is in like training facilities. It's not a real
Yeah.
stadium. Which I mean, I'm fine with.
Oh,
He's
Aiden
better than
Stokes.
Beaudry.
Already better than Beaudry. Already better than Beaudry. That was a very good save.
Beaudry doesn't save that dude.
No, no.
No, that was a
That's a
really
very
good
good
save.
save. That's a
Yeah.
very good save.
And where he placed the ball because he could have just hit it back into the box, right?
Yeah,
We should have brought him to the U20 World Cup.
I know.
He also looks like a proper goalkeeper. Beaudry was freaking me out. Beaudry kind of looked like the bully from Toy Story.
Yeah, a little bit.
But one thing to say, good save, but pretty bad defensive moment there from us.
Well, that was Jude Terry wasn't marking his man. He wasn't goal side. He was on the wrong side of his men. So we have to be careful here. This Burkina Faso team looks quite good already.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an open game because we already had a chance. They already had a chance. Um, also playing a little bit too high of a press against a team that looks like they're fast. All right, ball back to Stokes that started with a brilliant save, which that's actually great because we were concerned about the goalkeeper after having to deal with Beaudry for 4 games, roughly 4 to 5 games,
Five.
5 games,
Five
5 games
games
with Beaudry.
watching Beaudry.
Beaudry even looked bad. Somehow he looked bad against New Caledonia. By the way, New Caledonia is also in the U17 World Cup. How are they qualifying? How?
Because they're in Oceania. So if the Oceania gets 2 teams, it's New Zealand plus 1.
And they have what, like 3 countries there?
Yeah, no, they have tons of countries, but they're all like tiny island nations. Oh,
Mathis Albert tries it
we need to
through
start
ball.
getting control of the ball here because
Look a
we
little
haven't really
hectic.
had much of it. Very hectic, yeah.
And here's the thing too, like even if Cavan was playing, he's apparently even more hectic than these guys, so it would not calm down the game.
Yeah. No, we need to dominate on the ball, have it, keep possession, start creating space, get Mathis Albert involved.
Yeah, and once again, if we win this game, we are pretty much through. Mainly because Tajikistan or Tajikistan, whatever their name is, they lost 6-1 to the Czech Republic. So that is probably a team you will beat anyway. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
for this one, it's like the U20s, right? The top 8 third place teams advance.
yeah.
What min are
Basically,
you at? I'm at 440. Is that where you are?
I'm exactly 440. Yeah,
Oh,
I think we're
perfect.
perfect.
That's very rare.
It's very rare for us to be at the exact same minute.
That makes things a lot easier. Yeah, that's what I was
Mm,
wondering why I wasn't spoiling anything for you and you for me. And I was like, did we finally sync up? Finally, we have.
finally, it bodes well for this World Cup. All right, we're starting to have more of the ball. We're just not doing much with it so far.
Yeah. And everyone, if you just tuned in, make sure to drop a like in the stream. We will be covering the entire U17 World Cup for the US only, obviously. So as we advance, should get interesting. And if this team actually gets it going, I do think it's fair to say they could fight for a semifinals run. And from there, who knows what can happen
Yeah,
if they actually become a team. That's what we're trying to
yeah.
see here.
That's been
Their
the big criticism of this under 17 team is very talented, but not very cohesive in terms of how they play.
Okay, Mathis Albert down the left.
Oh, Albert. Albert.
Beat first.
Ooh.
Cross. Okay, good play. Good play. Maybe we need to get baby Holland in. Yeah, make sure to drop a like in the stream. Oh, by the way, Pete, Saturday I can't do the live watch along.
Mm, okay.
So you can either do both or you can just do one.
I
Um,
may not. We'll see. Damn, that was a good corner. Unmarked.
it's
Julian
also
Hall should have gone in
Tajikistan.
that.
It's also Tajikistan on Saturday. So
Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to be in Chicago for work. So I'm not sure yet. It's Saturday. What's the situation?
Mitch, what's the lineup? Oh, I'll scroll down so you can see the lineup real quick. Here it is. Oh, and they fixed it. They fixed it. Here's the lineup. Now the positions are accurate. So there's the lineup. All right, here comes Burkina Faso. Where is Tajikistan located? Is it an Asian country?
It's like yeah, in that Russian bloc,
Okay.
close to Uzbekistan.
Okay. I actually never heard of them.
I've heard of them.
And they're saying Winuke is also saying, Tack, I'm not defending Lund. I'm saying he's better. Neither am I saying he's better, but with our lack of depth in the fullbacks, I mean, yeah, it's giving us anxiety too, because essentially if Anthony Robinson is not fully fit, you have to play Arston, Lund, Tolkien. You do have Joe Scally that you could play him as the left back, left wing back, that he's fairly reliable.
Yeah.
But apparently Pochettino doesn't like him. So there is a solution. There's
There's a
multiple solutions. You can play Weah, you can play
yeah,
McKennie, you can play Scally. You don't have to play Arston, but it seems like Pochettino is playing FIFA, so you have to play the player in his actual position. So again,
yeah. We're starting to look a little better on the ball. Not so hectic. We're starting to calm down and create.
maybe a bit nervy, right? These are also 16, 17-year-olds, a little nervy the
Yeah.
first few minutes. Oh boy,
Oh,
Cups, what
Christopher
are you
Cups with a
doing?
bad giveaway.
He seems a bit awkward.
Yeah, that's the problem with the age group too, right? Is, they're growing boys still. They're still growing into their bodies. Sometimes they get tall, but their bodies haven't filled out yet. Um, it can be that way sometimes with the U17 age group.
Dude, African coaches always have some nice, like the way the aura around them, the way
Oh
they
yeah,
dress. They always do. We should get
but
an
not as
African
much as
coach.
Greg Berhalter.
Oh my god, I would actually love to see a UFC fight between Greg Berhalter and any African coach.
Oh, it wouldn't even be close.
I'd like to see him try to kick an African coach. See how that will go.
Yeah.
They're saying Tajikistan is north of Afghanistan, east of Uzbekistan. Okay, so that's
We're
where it's
starting to look a
located.
lot better now, honestly.
Yeah, we're
Like you
also
see
the
our
better side.
quality starting to show here.
Got to move the ball a little bit quicker, right? We're moving it slow, so they keep like adjusting their defense. Oh, that's a foul.
That's a big foul on Albert. Early cross, cleared. Hamudas looks pretty good so far. The other center
Yeah,
back. I think
yeah.
he's a Philly player, isn't he? Let me double
No, he
check that.
plays on USL.
Oh, isn't he the Birmingham
Yeah,
Legion kid?
Birmingham Legion. Legion, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's the Birmingham kid. It's Jameer Johnson who's the other Philly player. So that means two of our back four are USL players, Guimarães and Hamuda.
Which is better than MLS Next. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
switch. Mathis Albert. Albert needs to just take on these guys. They're not being able to handle him so far.
Oh,
Carrizo to Mathis Albert.
oh,
Oh my
not a goal, not a
goodness.
goal, not a goal.
It looked like it went in for a second.
It looked like it, but that was good play between Albert and Carrizo.
Yes, and oh, that touch from Albert, because that's not an easy first touch.
No, it's not. That's what we
Easy.
get. Basically, you need to get Carrizo and Albert on the ball. That's
They can combine, yeah. No, but that's a good play right there, and keep doing those. The goal will come.
yeah,
Berchimas has been fine so far.
yeah. He's been fine. I think Burchimas was very overhyped last under 17 World Cup. When he went there, he was a 15-year-old. Remember in
Uh huh.
2023. Oh, Guimarães, good work. Oh no, it's out. He's a bit overhyped, but he's still young. He's still young, so let's see how he develops. One thing the national team needs more of is wingers. We really don't have many good wingers.
No, but the problem also when you look at this roster, it's really only Albert that's a potential very good winger, and then you have a few. Because I don't think you think Cavan's going to be a winger.
I don't think so, not in the long run.
No.
I think he's more of a lot of people say he's a 10. Personally, I don't think he has the control of a game to be a 10. I think he's more of a box to box player. A lot of
Yeah,
people
he's more.
disagree with me on that. A lot of people try to compare him to Gio Reyna. I don't think it. I think the closest comparison in the national team is Weston McKennie. That's
Yeah, he's
my
more of
opinion.
a chaotic player.
Yeah.
I mean, the times I've watched Cavan, whether it is MLS Next, I'm not even talking about MLS because actually the game I watched him, the few times he played in MLS, right? It's not a lot of minutes. Some of them he's looked fine. The one he started, he looked a little bit out of place. But even with the youth teams, he's more of like a chaos ball merchant.
Yeah. I mean, look,
Cavan
he's
Sullivan.
young, right? So let's see how he develops in the long run. To be a
Oh,
midfielder, you have to have control of the game. Albert, Carrizo, Albert.
Yeah, those two are probably the way, right? In terms of like breaking down the defense, those two.
They're definitely the two best attackers in this lineup for sure.
And it's interesting because if you think about it, Carrizo's playing as a 10, but it looks like he's positioning himself more towards the left, closer to
Yeah,
Albert than to Berchimas.
so they can combine.
Yes. That's been pretty evident so far.
Oh, nice play. Let's
Good play.
go. Ooh,
Good ball. We're
we're
playing
definitely
well. That's
dominating. Yeah, we're
yeah.
playing well. We're dominating. We keep doing this, we'll get chances. And this is without one of our top two players.
Yep. And without Baby Holland.
I,
I don't
I
know,
don't know.
dude.
I've
Like,
never seen Chase Adams play. I
I
know he's
mean,
like
if
a
he's
poacher type.
but if he's a poacher, the way we're playing, he might be a better option than Julian Hall, even though Julian Hall might be a better player.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, look, Julian Hall has not really touched the ball. He needs to get more involved in the game right now.
Okay, what's going on there?
Giovia, something in his eye.
Someone fingered his
Gonzalo
eye.
Segares doesn't look like he's got a lot of aura.
No, he looks like a guy that just went through a divorce, lost his job,
Yeah,
and been in a bar complaining about life.
it's funny because he was a Costa Rican international for a long time.
Yeah, but it seems very sad.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's got any kind of. It's Gonzalo Segares, stray catnip. He was Costa Rican international player, played in MLS.
Got to get this first goal to open up also Burkina Faso a bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have the aura of the Burkina Faso coach.
no.
I
Also,
also
what a
want,
name, Burkina Faso. Like that's the name of your country. That's a baller name.
yeah, you would not want to go to war against a Burkina Faso.
Guimarães getting beat there. Good
Yep.
work by Aiden Stokes to hold on to it.
Yeah, it looks like we have a proper goalkeeper. He also looks like a
I know.
goalkeeper, unlike Baudry.
Yeah, he does. New York Red Bulls kid.
Christopher Cup so far reminds me a little bit of Walker Zimmerman.
Little bit, yeah.
I
But
mean, he's young, so he's in a
very young.
much
He's
better place than
16.
Zimmerman was this age, but you get the
Yeah.
player profile. Yeah. Julian Viva is saying, who will be part of the roster for the senior team from this one? So this is a good question because when you guys asked us about the U20s, we pretty much said almost like maybe no one, maybe one or two, but probably no one. For this roster, I would say in the future, not 2026, but let's say 2030, 2034, Albert has a shot, Pedro Guimarães has a shot, Carrizo has a shot,
Cavan.
Cavan has a shot. The goalkeeper has a shot. There's five right
So
there without even thinking. Who else?
yeah,
Hall.
Hall potentially. I'm not as high on Hall as some people
No, but
are.
would you say he has a shot on being like a senior team roster 4 years from now?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure. I mean, that third spot's going to be still open, right? Like Balogun and Pepe are going to have the top two locked down for the next 5 to 10 years, right? The first two strikers.
yeah.
Nobody in this team is better than them as nines, at least. Ooh, there we go.
Carrizo and
Come on,
Albert
Albert.
again.
There we go.
Carrizo and Albert. No,
Oh,
that's not.
terrible cross.
Who crossed that?
Was that
It was Maxi
Guimarães?
Carrizo. Yeah, it was
Oh, it was
Carrizo
Maxi.
actually.
Yeah,
It
it was
was a
his
good
left
play,
foot.
but not a good cross.
But once again, those two combining make things happen.
Yeah, and I feel
Berchimas
like
hasn't
it's
really done very much right now.
who?
Berchimas.
No, not as not. I wouldn't say bad. Just like Julian Hall, it's more of like Julian Hall just hasn't seen the ball so far.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to where he will play Cavan when he comes on, because ideally you want to have
Oh,
You want to have Carrizo. Oh crap, Burkina Faso cleared. You want to have Carrizo. You want to have Cavan. You want to have Albert all on the field at the same time. So you don't want to play Albert as a 10, or sorry, you don't want to play Sullivan as a 10.
well, you can play Sullivan on the right, or you can play him as an 8. with Cooper instead of Cooper Sanchez.
I would like to see him on the the right. I think he'll do better than Berchimas.
Yeah, Berchamas just lost the ball again.
Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa Reynolds, for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you. Actually, becoming again. I think she was already a member. They're saying, yeah, they're saying they think Cavan Sullivan will come in on the right wing. I would hope so. I think that would be, if Cavan comes in the right wing and we keep more or less the lineup that we have, that's our best 11, probably.
Yeah. I mean, I still think Ian James should have been on this team. His starter in MLS. Very good center back, very good on the ball. There were some rumors that I heard from one of my sources told me that he's still dealing with a concussion, so they decided not to bring him. But other than that, this is our full team. This is our
Yeah.
best. And that's what's kind of cool about the under 17s is pretty much everyone gets released because there's very few if any under 17s that are playing professionally. So it is kind of an interesting look at like where you're at when everybody brings their best. The under 20s, it's really hard because a lot of players don't get released. So you don't know which teams have their best and who doesn't. Whereas at the under 17s, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, for all teams, because the players that are not released are the Lamine Yamals, the Endriques, the Estevons, right? Which is a very
Yeah.
small amount of players. So for most national teams here, they are bringing their best usually. Oh, shot. Here comes
Oh,
Burkina Faso. Here's the thing, though. Burkina Faso, we are the better side,
and
but
they're
they don't look
dangerous,
like scrubs. Yes.
especially in a quick transition. They seem quite dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Calvin Jones saying, "How's the game been so far? Missed the first 18 minutes. It's actually been a decent game. The U.S. is, I would say, clearly the better side. That's fair to say, right? Clearly the
Yeah,
better
we've been the
side.
better side. We've controlled the game more. We haven't created a ton, um, which is disappointing.
And Burkina Faso doesn't look bad. I would say that they look
No,
dangerous in
I
transition.
knew
Yeah,
this was going to be a tough team to play against. This is going to be a tough team. If we get a 1-0 win out of this, I'll take it. They're a very physical side, which at the U-17 level can definitely matter, right? Because players are still developing, they're still growing. So sometimes if you're a more physically developed team, it can really help a lot.
yeah. Even though you mentioned a bunch of names here of our players that they're not fully. Oh my goodness, terrible pass there. What is that? Oh my goodness. Oh, that scared me for a
No, that
second.
was close. I know. I was like, but that was Cooper Sanchez giving that away unnecessarily.
Our back line
Look,
has done that a few times, right?
well,
Sanchez,
he's a
Cup.
midfielder. He's a midfielder, Cooper Sanchez.
No, you thought the right back. That was not a good pass from the right back either.
Yeah, but Cooper Sanchez still should have controlled that.
Albert, good touch. Oh, switched Cups with the ball. Al White to Berchimas. Good ball from Berchimas now. Let's see what he can do
Corner,
here.
corner.
Yep. So Terry is definitely struggling a little bit with the physicality. Have you noticed?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Him and Giovia both are struggling a little bit with the physicality.
Devonta Jones saying Burkina Faso has more shots on goal already. We're better, but we're starting to see some silly mistakes on defense. I bet this is a reason they underperform. Yes and no, you're right. They've had more shots on goal, but outside of that one save from Stokes, the shots have been kind of nothing.
Even from distance.
Yeah, like we could also shoot from distance, right? Burkina Faso had one legitimate chance, and so
And
have
we had
we
one.
roughly. Yeah, but we've controlled the game. We've moved the ball well. We've looked dangerous. That's the main difference. But yeah, also keep in mind when you're talking about soccer here and you have the better team, you require less chances to score. If you have
Yeah,
better players up top, you maybe need to create 5 chances to score, while Burkina Faso might need to create 10 chances to score on us. So I'm not too
yeah,
concerned about the stats of just like shots because they weren't really high quality shots outside of one of them.
yeah.
Berchima is now on the left.
Also, keep in mind, this is your first game in a World Cup. This team might need some time to gel, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, they're switching it up. Mathis Albert now playing on the right.
I don't know why.
I think they're just trying to mix it up, try to stretch out some players. Berchimas, honestly, not been very effective today. No, he
Oh,
got the ball. He
why
got the
would you?
ball.
I know, but why would you risk that, dude?
It's risky,
You
but he
had
got
two
the ball.
players on the guy already. Just cover it and take the ball.
Yeah, this is where I think Ian James would have really helped this team.
It's like, yeah, good tackle, but what a stupid decision. All right, United States the ball. Try to go long.
Albert,
We're gonna find Albert. Let's see what he can do here.
corner, corner. No.
Okay. All right, guys. Someone has to step it up. We need to get a goal here to open up Burkina Faso a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think they're only dangerous in transition. If they have to take the initiative and do something. And everyone, if you just tuned in, make sure to drop a like in the stream if you haven't already. And then we will be doing the post game at 11 Yanks after the game.
Oh, that was nice from Maxi. Oh,
I'll tell you one thing, Pete. I am much more excited and looking forward to this generation of players than the U20s. I'm
yeah,
actually
same.
enjoying watching the game so far. Even the way some players just move, it's different, right? They look like
Yeah.
actual players. All the U20s, they look like a few athletes put together.
No, there were some good players on the U20s, but nobody who you look at and you think, wow, that's elite potential there, you know?
Yeah, like they were hyping up Kramaski.
No, I still don't buy the Kremski.
But so far, 0-0 with Burkina Faso. And the other two teams in our group, they played today earlier, and the Czech Republic defeated Tajikistan 6-1. So Tajikistan might be a New Caledonia-esque like team. Because, I mean, Czech Republic are also not known as a powerhouse. So losing to
No.
them 6-1 is not a good sign. Berchimaz.
Dude,
Oh, Berchimaz.
Berchimas. Oh, at least he got the foul.
I don't think it was a foul, but we'll take it.
Yeah. I've never really. I remember when people were hyping up Berchimas at 15 years old. I I thought he was a very physically developed player for his age. That's why he stood out. But in terms of his like technical ability, I never really saw it with Berchimas.
No, and it seems like he hasn't really progressed since the last World Cup.
No, he hasn't. He's not progressed. That's the thing. Like he hasn't been breaking in with Charlotte for the last 2 years.
Yeah, and even on the field too today, he kind of looks like the same one.
Yeah, it's kind of the same player.
Okay,
Oh,
ball goes in.
oh, just a little too far from Albert. A little too far. Might need to bring Sullivan on at halftime for Berchimas.
Yeah, Sullivan will be subbed in. They just didn't start him because he arrived late because of Philly, and it's just kind of the right thing to do. But he'll
Yeah,
probably be on, probably not at halftime, 15 minutes into the
no,
second half.
60th. Probably depends on the score too. Like if we need a goal, like if we can win this game today, we're pretty much through. You know. No, Devin. Albert has been much more of a threat than Berchimas has.
Who said it?
Devin's saying he hasn't been any better than Berchimas.
No, he's been better. He's been better. Okay, Pete, for you, Jeff Carey.
Thank you, Jeff. Ooh.
Albert
Oh,
Carrizo.
oh, Carrizo.
Albert. Yeah, I don't know why we're not keeping like when you switch Berchimaz with Albert, you're literally taking our biggest threat, which is those two combining.
Yeah.
No one can combine there with Berchimaz.
Yeah.
Even though I'll say one thing, we're criticizing Berchimaz here, but when you compare it to the U20, if Berchimas is the weak link of this team, we're doing
That's
well.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's not a shit player. That's the thing. While the U20s, we did have some players that,
Oh my God, it was a disaster.
I mean, Bodru is probably the weakest link, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'll end it right there.
Yeah.
Bodri, like this is what astonishes me. Looking at this U17s, I actually think the U17s could beat that U20. Better goalkeeper, better center forward. The wingers also might be better.
Yeah. I think Mathis Albert is better than Gozo and Miller and Campbell.
Julian Hall is better than Zambrano.
Yes. Yeah.
Stokes is better
Chase
than
Adams
Bodri.
might be better than Zambrano. He's outscoring him in MLS Next Pro.
Sakiris and Carrizo might be similar levels too, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, Kramaski was a good finisher.
That's about it.
Yeah. No, the center backs were good. The fullbacks were also very good. Westwood, or Westfield, I'm sorry, and Norse.
Oh, Albert forcing it, lost it, and blocked.
He's trying to force it too much sometimes, Albert. He's got to calm down.
What's Cavan Sullivan's number at this team?
I don't know. 7?
I thought he was 10, but Carrizo has the 10. I think Albert has 11. So
Should be
Cavan
on
is
spot mob.
he's 6.
6. Honestly, that does kind of support more my theory that he could be more of a central midfielder than a winger. But I think today I'd like to see him on the wing, coming off
Yeah.
the right with his left foot.
Eldon Hasek saying, have you guys on the background while working today? How far do you think this team can get? I think it is realistic to say this team could make it to the semifinals. Obviously, it depends on who we face along the way. This is the U17 World Cup, so it's very hard to know the level of specific opponents. But in terms of the players that we have, I don't think semifinals is that crazy of a run. And once you make it to the semifinals, I mean, anything can happen. And Burkina Faso here is a dangerous play. How far do you think, Pete? Quarterfinals, semifinals?
For me, it's like they have the talent to do really well. The cohesion is still lacking, right? You can see it even in this team. Like the under 20s had the opposite problem. They didn't have a ton of elite talent, but they played really well together. There was a clear game plan. They pressed well together. They worked hard. It was very much a team vibe. This team looks exactly kind of how I thought it would look. There's been some criticism from people who follow the youth teams closely about the coach, Gonzalo Segares. He doesn't seem to have really gotten this team playing very cohesively together for the talent that they have. And that is a little bit of a concern. And to be honest, it's kind of evident today. You know, as we get into the final third, it doesn't look very cohesive, even though the talent is there. Let's see what Berchimas does here. Let's go, Berchimas! Oh, close.
Okay, not a bad ball.
No, that was a
And
good ball.
Devin's saying this isn't a good take. Sakiris is much better than Carrizo at the moment. Look,
I actually agree with that.
well,
Takidis is better for sure.
Sakiris is 20, so yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely helps quite a bit. But we're talking also about a player. I'm looking here, a player that's played 61 MLS games at this point. He has 1 goal and 2 assists as an attacking midfielder. Um, sure, he might be better as a 20-year-old, but I think if you put either one in both teams, I think
Oh
the
my
impact
God.
will be similar.
Stokes.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
my
okay.
God. He almost pulled a Beaudry there.
Yeah, let's not do that. Jeff Carey saying the score of the U17 boys versus the U.S. women's national team. Well, the women's national team, I think they lost to like Dallas's U15s or something.
Yeah.
10 or test.
Dallas's U15's like
Yeah.
6-1 or something crazy.
So if they lost to Dallas's U15s, they'll lose to the U.S. national team U17s, right? Which is a better team than
Oh,
Dallas.
Berchimas.
Oh, Berchimas. What a
Oh,
play.
good work, Berchimas.
Ooh.
That was very good from Berchimas. We need more of that.
No, that was great. And now in transition, we're exposed again.
Ooh.
Cups, clears.
Christopher Cups with a very good clearance there. Villa's getting beat. I'm a little worried about Gio Villa at the right back. He's kind of getting beat too easily. Oh, foul.
our defense has looked shaky.
Yes. Oh, that was nice
Dude,
from Burkina.
step over nutmeg.
That was
Number
nice.
3
Very
for
nice.
Burkina Faso might as well leave at this point. Just leave. You can't allow someone to do a step over nutmeg on you. Saying, how have we not scored yet? Well, we haven't really created some high quality goal scoring opportunities. That's why we haven't
Yeah.
scored.
Yeah.
We dominated possession. We've looked better, but we haven't really created something that's like, holy crap, that's a big chance. We haven't really done that.
Yeah.
Berchimaz is kind of quick, right? The first 1-2 steps right there. And then he lost the ball. And he fouled the
Yeah.
player.
Inconsistent. But, that last move he pulled off was very good. Honestly, if he can still keep doing this, maybe you take off Cooper Sanchez, who's really done not much, and you bring on Cavan Sullivan there.
Yeah, Terry has been struggling physically in this game, the physicality.
Terry and Sanchez both.
So you put probably Cavan in the midfield.
Yeah, as like an 8.
Yeah. What other options we have in the midfield here that are meaningful? Because these two have been great, Sanchez and Terry.
I haven't seen a lot of the other players, so it's hard for me to speak too much about them. Jameer Johnson from the Philadelphia Union is supposed to be very good. I haven't seen him play. He's more of a winger, though. That's the only thing. As far as the midfield goes, let me just see here if I recognize any of these guys. Mateo Shakidis is a defender. So yeah, basically Luca Moisa, Enrique Martinez, and Cavan Sullivan. Wow, not a lot of midfield options there. Yeah, there's keepers. Oh, there's Kellen LeBlanc. I really haven't seen any of these guys play, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Burkina Faso here at the ball. 35 minutes, still 0-0.
It's been a fun game, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you at halftime, Tech.
See you in 10 minutes, Pete. See it. Okay, everyone. 35 minutes and 20 seconds here. Still 0-0 United States and Burkina Faso. The good news for us is we have looked good. We are struggling to create, I would say that. But we have looked good. We had some moments of brilliance here of Berchimaz, Carrizo with combining with Albert. And we do have Cavan Sullivan on the bench. He'll be subbed in at some point in the second half. Right? So far it's encouraging. And the game has been enjoyable. Okay, let me see if I didn't miss anyone here in the chat. Okay, Jeff, you need to stop talking about your micro. Well, you know what? Your micro. Yeah. Okay, here comes the U.S. Carrizo can't settle it. Burkina Faso will get it back. Long shot, another save from Stokes. Stokes is looking like a good goalkeeper, man. And he's very young, right? This is a U-17 side, and goalkeepers take much longer to develop. This is a 17-year-old goalkeeper. Not saying he'll become an elite goalkeeper, but there's something there. There's some potential with this goalkeeper. What's interesting is we have looked better, but Burkina Faso has had 6 shots on goal. We've had 1. Obviously, that stat can be very misleading. Like the shot they just had was from like 40 yards out. So take that with a grain of salt. But we're not shooting. That's the point. We're not shooting on goal, despite holding possession, despite moving the ball well, going past their players. We're not creating. We're not shooting. That's the main issue right now. You can't score if you don't shoot, right? That's kind of important. That's kind of a big deal in this game. Mitchy Mitch saying, what's your opinion on the Sullivan hype? Fear that we should be excited, have high hopes, similar to Pulisic when he was coming up. No, I don't think that he warrants a Pulisic-like hype. I don't think he will ever be a Christian Pulisic-like level player. But I think we should be very excited because Cavan Sullivan is a very talented prospect. there's potential there to have a very good top 5 league player. Same with Mathis Albert, same thing with Carrizo, and you're seeing this in this game with these two players. So should you be excited about how talented Cavan Sullivan is? Yes. Oh, Julian Hall, shot on target, saved. Good play from Mathis Albert, finding Julian Hall, gets the shot on target, and saved by the Burkina Faso goalkeeper. Okay, finally, as I said, you got to shoot if you want to score. You should be excited for Cavan Sullivan, yes, but I do think the hype could be a little bit too much. Naruto, how you doing, man? He's saying you can't score if you don't shoot. Tack needed to give me some advice for the. You know what you should do? You know how Michael Scott in The Office has the. What's the quote that he has? You miss 100% of the shots you don't make. You should have that one on the. I should actually put that on the back, right here. I should write that. Should I write that? I actually have a marker here. Yeah, I have a marker. I should write. You can't score if you don't shoot. Tactical manager. I'm gonna write that. You guys remind me on halftime. At halftime, I'm gonna write that on the board here. Just like Michael Scott. Actually, no, I'm much better than that because that's my actual quote right there. I didn't steal it from anyone. Yeah, now you can just keep that quote forever. You can't score if you don't shoot. That can apply to many things in life, right? You know that girl that you want to ask out? You already have the no. What's the worst that can happen? She can actually say no. Well, if she doesn't say no, if you never ask, you already have the no anyway. So just go ask her out. There you go. If you can't score if you don't shoot, that's what it is. That can apply to many things in life. Just use it wisely, I guess. Okay, free kick here for Burkina Faso. 39 minutes and 30 seconds. Shot from distance and nothing. These guys just shoot from anywhere, don't they? They just shoot from anywhere. They're saying Denmark U21s will play the United States next Friday, but the US doesn't have a U21 side. So what team are they playing? I actually don't know, MV. I didn't know that. Maybe our U20s? Probably our U20s, I'm assuming. Okay, here comes the US now. Berchimas down the right. Berchimas through the middle, finds Carrizo. Carrizo back. The ball goes inside. Jeff Carey saying, I have to go. My hemorrhoids are acting up. It burns like hell. Okay, Jeff, go take care of that. I don't know how you take care of hemorrhoids, but hopefully you do okay. I heard they suck. I don't have them. I just heard it. Okay, United States with the ball. Pedro Guimarães. Ball inside. Sanchez. Out wide to Berchimas on a 1v1. Berchimas drives inside. Shoots. Good shot. Okay. Not strong of a shot, but we hit the target. Christopher Cups wins the header. Loses the second header. Got to improve that head game. That's not good head game right there. I've seen good head game, and that ain't it. Cross goes in, clear. Oh my goodness, we need to improve that. Are we going to start winning headers, guys? Got to start winning those aerial duels, man. Logic is asking predicted score. I don't know. The way this game is going, it's looking like a 2-0 US win. Once we get the first goal, Burkina Faso will obviously open up, and I think we'll get the second one. And again, we do also have Cavan Sullivan coming off the bench at some point, which should be a boost for this team, I'm assuming. And apparently we have Baby Holland. That's what FIFA called him. Baby Holland. Okay, back here to the game. Have we hit 100 likes in this stream? Yes or no? I don't know. By the way, everyone, if you haven't seen, we are Umbro ambassadors, and if you use the link and promo code in the description of this video, you will get 20% off whatever you buy. So I showed you guys last time the El Salvador jersey. They sent me a Santos jersey. Unfortunately, as a Palmeiras fan, I cannot wear the Santos jersey. It's against my principles, but it is a beautiful jersey. Santos is a team that they are Palmeiras' rivals in Brazil, one of them, but I respect Santos, a team that has developed Pele, Neymar, Pele. So again, if you want to use the link and promo code in the description, just use it for Umbro, 20% off. Okay, let's go back here to the game. So it looked like Vila was down. He headbutted the Burkina Faso. Oh, we hit 104 likes. Will you look at that? All I have to do is mention it, and all of a sudden, you guys, just as soon as you come in, just hit the like button. It's free, and it takes like 1 second. Naruto saying, Tack, why is Ancelotti fumbling the bag? All he needs to do is call up Neymar. I think he's waiting for Neymar to be fully fit. For this call up, Neymar had just come back from injury. He played one game off the bench. If Neymar is fully fit for a few months when March comes, I think there's a good chance that Ancelotti will call him up. But until then, so far, I agree with Ancelotti, even though I am a massive Neymar fan and I actually want Neymar to be in the World Cup. But so far, I think Carlo Ancelotti has made the right decisions with the Brazilian national team so far. CJ saying, wait, this team is way better than I assumed, just checking in. But I was assuming we'd be up by a few goals at this point. No, our team is great. This is a very good U-17 generation. This is a very good team that we have. Carrizo wins the ball in the air, and no, Burkina Faso gets it back. We're about to hit 45 minutes, and we have how much added time, ref? Where's the added time, ref? Okay, Burkina Faso with the ball. Going down the left. Cups wins it, and that'll be a throw-in for Burkina. 2 minutes added. 2 minutes added. And we're already at 30 seconds in, so very likely the first half will end 0-0. I wonder how many minutes into this game they're going to send in Cavan Sullivan. That's what I'm wondering. I'm going to guess 15 minutes into the second half. Around the 60th minute, we'll see Cavan come in for either a midfielder or Berchimas, probably. Cross goes in. Guimarães clears it. And Burkina Faso has the ball. Oh, boy. And they still have it. They're kind of looking... Oh, they're going to shoot from distance. They literally shoot from anywhere. Winuke saying, Tack, have you noticed that North Korea is in the tournament? I have not. But now that you mentioned it, I kind of want to... Let me see. Where's North Korea and how did they do? North Korea, where are they? So they played yesterday, right? North Korea played yesterday and I can't find their game. Oh, yeah. Whoa, North Korea beat El Salvador 5-0. What is going on here? They beat El Salvador 5-0. Impressive and very sad that El Salvador is getting completely trashed by North Korea. That's not a good look. Julian Hall, and why did the goalkeeper not grab that? The Burkina Faso goalkeeper. Yeah, New Caledonia, Eldon saying everyone's in this tournament. New Caledonia made it again. New Caledonia is playing all these youth tournaments. They played the U20 World Cup. I'm looking here. Haiti is in this one too. Indonesia, Zambia, Qatar, obviously, they're the host nation. Bolivia qualified. The UAE is playing. Ireland has made it. Tajikistan, the Czech Republic, Uzbekistan is there. Mali, Uganda. Uganda is actually playing the rude Canadians right now. Hey Pete,
Hey,
did you know that North Korea beat El Salvador 5-0?
yeah, I would be very reluctant to evaluate the North Korea team. They do everything their own way. There's no way to know if those kids are even 17. I'll be honest.
I don't know. My good friend Kim, I called him the other day. He said they're winning the 2030 World Cup.
Mm.
He promised me. And he said if they didn't, there would be consequences for the players.
That's something where you almost feel for the North Korean players because they know if they lose badly and go like that 2010 North Korea team that lost
Yeah.
7-1 to Portugal.
Uh-huh.
You ever read that article about how a lot of them have just disappeared?
Yeah, I'll say this. There's no player in the world that is more under pressure than the North Korean players.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
They're more under pressure than if you want the American players to play under pressure, go play North Korea. That's where the real pressure is at. They may
yeah,
lack quality, but there's definitely pressure. Devonta Jones said the goalkeeper was named Kim Jong Un, like the leader.
yeah.
Interesting.
That's one way to curry favor with the fearless leader. Just name your kid after him.
Yeah, and he's like, I like that guy. He has the same name as me. Put him on.
Did you see after Kim Jong Un died or Kim Jong Il? Which one's the current one?
Kim Jong
It's
Un.
Kim Jong Il,
No,
right?
Un is the current
Un.
one.
When Kim Jong Il died, they declared a week of mourning, and they had police in the streets. And if you weren't mourning like loud enough, they would arrest you. So people are like putting on whole like cry. The police come by and they're like, I mean, it's not really funny, but it kind
It's
of
a
is.
little funny.
It's not funny if you're there having to do the mourning.
No, I know. It's funny looking from the outside. It's definitely not funny being there. Um, but Sean is saying the U.S. should require military training at age 4, so we dominate U-17. Yeah, let's not. Let's not. They're saying I thought Kim Jong Un died. No, he's alive.
Kim
He's
Jong
alive.
Il, his father died.
Yeah, not Kim Jong Un. No, he's alive. Pete, first half. I'm gonna write a quote here on the back because I said it during the stream, and now it's gonna be my favorite quote. It's like you can't score if you don't shoot, and this our team seems reluctant to shoot.
Yeah, we've had 3 shots, I think. That the best one was the Julian Hall shot that Mathis Albert set up, where he played a really nice through ball, and that was probably our best chance. Then you had the Albert shot that was early on, and then you had Berchimas coming in off the right, and he had his shot on target. It's not so much that we're reluctant to shoot. I feel like we haven't really created enough meaningful chances to shoot. Like Burkina Faso shot more, but they're also shooting from distance. They're like just shooting from anywhere. So I don't know. I don't think it's so much that we're reluctant to shoot. I just think we haven't really created.
Yeah, Burkina Faso has more shots because they shoot from anywhere on the field. They even shot from the half field line. So
Yeah.
that's why when you look at the stats, so it was Devonta that was saying like they have twice the amount of shots, but unfortunately for the U17 World Cup, we don't have advanced analytics where they would put the XG. They have 6 shots, but the XG is probably like 0.5,
Yeah.
0.05 actually, 0.05. They were all terrible chances outside of one.
The
That
corner, the header.
yeah, which was a corner. And I thought it was more of a bad defensive moment from us. We've had 72% of the ball possession, so we're doing a very good job in holding possession. We're just not really doing much with it.
It's a
Uh,
Berhalter win. It's a moral win for Greg Berhalter.
did we create any really good goal scoring opportunity?
I would say the one for Julian Hall was pretty good. I mean, it was maybe a little bit of a tight angle, but the one that Albert gave the through ball,
Don't you think Albert's opportunity was better? The one he missed the target.
yeah, could have been. Could have been. I'd like to see Carrizo get more involved. I do think bringing Cavan Sullivan in will help this team. And I think for one of the midfielders, because Berchimas hasn't been great, but he's done enough to stay on the field. Like he's
Mhm.
created that nearly that one good chance with the nutmeg and step over, and he has shot that one time. I kind of wonder if we should maybe take out Cooper Sanchez, who's been very quiet, and have Sullivan play midfield.
The double pivot hasn't been good. So whoever you pick to remove there, I wouldn't really care. Sanchez
Yeah.
or Terry. I don't think they've done a good job. And Berchimas, I think the best word to describe Berchimas was a bit inconsistent, with some very big highs and some very big lows.
Yeah.
Steven saying the U.S. has started looking to shoot before we were just overpassing, trying to create the perfect shot. Yeah, a little bit, but we still didn't. I wouldn't even say perfect shot. We didn't really get like a high quality shot. We didn't have like there was no opportunity from the US that were like, ah, damn, we should have scored that, right? There were no opportunities where you can say the finishing was poor, in my opinion. And
Yeah, but
and
I wouldn't say that for Burkina Faso either.
yeah, but we're saying that we're better, that we're playing better, but we haven't really done much to score. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like the way things are going, it's a 0-0 draw is more likely, unless Cavan Sullivan comes on and lights up the opponent or something.
Yeah.
Well, one thing Cavan Sullivan will do is shoot. He'll shoot a lot. So,
He's also a good dribbler. He can dribble.
mhm. Do you think he brings him on at halftime? I think he'll probably wait, right?
I don't think halftime. This coach, Gonzalo Segata, is also, I don't want to say he's on fraud watch, but this team has been very underwhelming under him. And there's been a lot of, like, we lost 8-2 to the Netherlands, 3-1 to Mali. I mean, they're friendlies, of course, but this team has not looked very cohesive under Segatas. And that's something that we need to keep an eye on. Because remember the the 2019 under 17 World Cup? Giovanni Reina, Ricardo Pepi, and Joe Scally all played in the under 17 World Cup, and they all looked like trash. And so
Mhm.
if you judge them on that World Cup, you're like, oh, those are all trash players. Every single one of them has gone on to become a very good player. I mean, Gio has his own issues now, but like 6 months after that, he was scoring bangers for Dortmund's senior team, Gio Reyna. So I don't want to use the under 17 World Cup as a benchmark of where these players are at, because under 17 is very, very young in terms of predicting. I look more at what they're doing for their clubs. Like Mathis Albert has been lighting it up for Dortmund, and you can see the quality that he has. You could argue for his talent, he should probably be doing more. Um, but the team just doesn't look very cohesive right now. And maybe it's the first game, it could come over time. Let's see. But I think with this team, we'll have to be a bit patient with some of these players.
We haven't really looked deadly in the final third. That's my concern so far.
But also,
Um,
this is a very good Burkina Faso team. I always thought this was going to be our toughest game.
yeah, let me actually look at previous games that they played. Um, Actually, we can't because there's no. I don't see any games. The last game I see here is in
Are you on
2023
the
when
Thought Mob?
yeah, we actually
Let me
played
check
them
Google.
in the last World Cup. We played them and we beat them 2-1.
Yeah, that was where we lost to France and Germany.
Oh Lord, I'm looking at our okay. Look at the lineup for our last U17 World Cup. We've come a long way. Look at this. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Look at this. Our goalkeeper in the last U17 was Baudry. Imagine
Oh
Baudry,
no,
2 years younger.
I remember him.
Baudry, 2 years younger. Oh my god.
Jalen
Um,
Hawkins. Like, what's happened to all these players outside of Matthew Corcoran and Pedro Soma? I guess Cairo
um,
Figueroa is there.
Peyton Miller, he's playing with
Peyton
New England.
Miller. Oscar Verhoeven is now as backup for San Diego.
Figueroa is still like an academy player.
Yeah, I mean, it's Liverpool, though. He did just make it onto the bench for their Carling Cup game, but Figueroa got injured for a lot of games.
We should probably go somewhere where he'll play, right? Liverpool is not an easy club to get minutes, so
No, he's going to have to go
uh,
out on loan somewhere for sure.
yeah, a lot of these guys kind of disappeared in 2 years. I don't know what they're doing. And the bench for the last one, David Cruz
There's Noah
Medina.
Kai. He didn't start Noah Kai Banks.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, this was
Aiden
against the Burkina Faso, right? Maybe I can't remember. I didn't watch that one. Taha Habron is on the bench.
David Vasquez and Aiden Harangi are both with San Diego now.
So look at this for the last U23 World Cup. When we lost in the knockout rounds, let's see if he started Noakai Banks here. This was the knockout round game. No, he didn't start no
Still
Akai
no
Banks.
Banks. Yeah, this guy never. I remember this. Gonzalo Sagada has never rated Banks very highly.
Yeah. Well, Banks seems to not even be on the bench here. Maybe he was injured. I'm trying to figure
Maybe
that
by
out.
that point he was injured. Check the
I'll,
France game.
let's see. France, if he played. We lost 3-0. Yeah, he started
Oh,
against
there he is.
France.
Started against France, that one.
But it
Duran
looks like
Ferre was there instead of
he
Rodri.
rotated, though. He put a lot of the subs.
Oh, there's Taha Habrun there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz Medina.
Man,
Mika
Bodri.
Burton hasn't really done anything.
No. David Vasquez. Yeah, most of these guys turned out to not really do much.
Bryce Jamison is playing for Orange County SC, but he's still not very good.
Yeah. Let's put this here. Back to score. Did I miss someone? I think I missed someone here in the chat. They said, oh, this one, win okay. Maybe if we put so much pressure on the U.S. men's national team's families, like North Korea, we might win the World Cup. I'm joking, by the way. No, in U.S. soccer, it's the opposite. It's the families that put pressure on the federation, on the coach. It's like it's the other way
Yeah.
around. Power to the families here. Well, not to the families, to specific families, right? In U.S. soccer, specific families have more power. The Berhalters seem to have a lot of power, right? They managed to get Greg Berhalter to coach the national team. They managed to get Sebastian Berhalter in the national team too. They have a lot of
Did you
power.
see Berhalter's latest lie? He was saying that he's the winningest coach in U.S. soccer history, but he's actually the fourth. It's the fourth winningest coach.
Dude, that guy is a complete and utter moron. And that's why when people say, why are you still hating on him? I'm probably going to continue to hate on that guy. Like, he's so unlikable.
Well, also he was asked a question about his U.S. tenure, and he like went on this whole defense of his thing. That's why we were commenting on it. I'm sorry, but like also people acting like he did well with Chicago. First of all, he's the GM as well as the head coach. He brought in 4 players that were earning 10 million a year combined. Okay, the Chicago team did not improve that much. They won one play-in game and then got thumped by Philly. Thumped. Like they are the 4th largest payroll bill in MLS. They have the 4th highest payroll. Philly is 28th. So people, I mean, look, Chicago Fire fans will take it because they've been so shit for so long, and when you're used to being
The
utter
pig
shit,
story.
huh?
The pig story.
Yeah, now you're like, oh, we're only moderate shit now. It's like, I'm sorry, Berhalter did not improve the team that much. He really didn't. And I'm a Chicago Fire fan. I watch a lot of that team. So I don't know. To me, he's still very much on fraud watch. He's also a GM, so that means he's able to bring in the players he wants.
Imagine being so used to being shit that you are like so happy that you lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
You
you
got
finished like
swept.
what, eighth in the conference, and like acting like it's a huge success. It's
Yeah,
like,
the
guys,
only reason they made the playoffs is because half of the league makes the playoffs.
more than half,
Yeah,
18
more
out
than
of
half.
30.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just one of those where it's like it was not a good campaign. And it's like, oh, but it was better than in the past. It's like it's kind of like that meme from The Office where Pam was like, I double my sales. What, from 1 to 2? Yep. That's
Yeah.
just like that's the improvement. It doesn't matter. Like, right. And they're like, oh, they beat Orlando City in the playoffs. Orlando City is hot garbage in the playoffs every year. Every year.
Also, it was technically a play-in game. It wasn't the playoffs. It was a
Yeah.
play-in game
A
at
wild
home.
card.
Yeah.
So again, it's just one of those where Chicago Fire fans have their standards very low, and I get
Yeah.
it. They've been really bad for a long time. But okay, so if you guys are telling me that Berhalter's doing a good job, you guys better be top 4 next season.
Yeah.
Better be top 4. And better make it at least to a conference final. Make it to a conference final. You could lose
Yeah.
there at the playoff game, but make it to the conference final. So we'll see, especially with what Pete said. Chicago Fire spends a lot of money.
Yeah. They do.
And they're probably going to get like Weston McKennie or someone like that.
I would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
not surprise me.
He tried to get Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, Kevin took one look at Greg and was like, "Nope."
Like, no,
Remember
thank
when
you.
they tried? There was rumors about them trying to get Neymar. Can you imagine Berhalter trying to coach Neymar?
Oh
It
my
would just
god,
never work.
no.
All right, second half has started.
Yep, just started here. No changes.
No changes, which is fine. It's still 0-0. I don't think you have to like, necessarily do changes, but if it continues like this the next 15 minutes, I would bring on at least Cavan Sullivan.
Yeah, the thing is, the other options on the bench, I don't know them well enough to have an actual opinion.
Yeah,
I'm getting to know some of these
we'll
players.
get to see them in this tournament, right? That's sort of what happened with the U20 wingers, right? Xavier Gozo, Peyton Miller, Cole Campbell,
Yeah,
Luke Brennan.
I'm gonna miss the Tajikistan game because I'm gonna be in a tournament that I'm organizing for kids here. I'm gonna have to rewatch that game after.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to rewatch. Maybe Peacock has it.
You can sign into my Fubo. I'm recording all the games.
Yeah, I want to rewatch that game because I want to see. I'm assuming he'll rotate a few guys for that game.
He might. And if we don't get a win here, he may not. Kind of need to win.
Okay, 46. Well, first minute through. I haven't really liked our right back Vila so far.
No, he's probably been our weakest link, to be
Very
honest.
soft and kind of insecure on the
And
ball.
slow, very slow also.
Yeah, it's just not the he's pro. And I don't think we have another one, do we?
I don't think so.
Stokes, what are you doing, Stokes? Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's starting to make me nervous, dude. What is this?
He needs to
What is it
stop
with
with
our
his
young
feet.
keepers? Just go long, dude. Just go long. That's
His
two
shot
mistakes
stopping
now.
has been fine. His shot
Yeah,
stopping has been fine.
he's not good with his feet, dude. Mm.
Okay. Why does our coach look so depressed?
Yeah, our coach looks so soft.
Well, he looks like he's like full of it. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Dude, he has no aura.
He has the aura of a basset hound. He looks like a basset hound.
He's got
My
those
goodness.
sad eyes that
Yeah,
basset hounds
like a
have.
basset hound. Like
How's our boy doing, by the way? Tactical dog.
fat and lazy. Doesn't go up to the second floor.
That was, I think, my favorite part of my trip to Orlando
Oh
was
my
hanging
god,
out.
Did you see that? Pedro Guimarães just fucked up a throw-in.
Bro,
Oh boy. I don't know. We came back. It's only 3 minutes, but we've looked worse in these first 3 minutes than the entire first half, which we looked a lot better. Oh boy.
yeah, we've not looked good.
And they shoot from anywhere.
Yeah,
Maybe the scouting report told them that Beaudry was on goal, and those shots, by now, they would have had a 2-0 lead. Two of
they
those would have
watched
gone
the
in.
U20s. They watched the U20s and they were like, their keeper sucks.
Yep. It's like their keeper's probably Beaudry level. It's like, just shoot it from anywhere. Good settle there from Maxi to Albert, too. That's not an easy header.
Yeah, we need to find a way to get Maxi more on the ball because he can create.
Oh, God, what was that pass? Is that Sanchez? Or that was
That
Terry?
was no, that was Sanchez. That was Cooper. Terry has the long hair.
Yeah, Sanchez and what's his name? Vila have been kind of abysmal for our team. Albert goes by one foul. Again, it's always Albert and Carrizo. It's like these two guys together. They have to play very
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
It's almost like when we have the senior team, you want like Pulisic near Tillman or Pulisic near Gio Reyna if he's
Balogun.
playing.
Yeah.
Balogun too. Yeah, true. We have a center forward there. Basically, Ham is saying, I saw that Brian Gutierrez is looking to play for Mexico. How is it possible if he already's been cap tied? He hasn't been cap tied. He only played Camp Cupcake.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
look, would I rather him play for the US than Mexico? Sure. I just don't really care that much about Gutierrez, to be honest. He might end up playing for neither. So It's whatever.
I mean, dude, if we're giving Diego Luna endless chances, I think Gutierrez deserves more of a shot. He's actually been better than Luna in MLS this season.
No, but that's because, yeah, that goes to the point that Pochettino's making a mistake. Then this guy should be called in because he's making a mistake by calling in that guy. Probably neither should be there.
Mm.
I just don't think either one makes a difference, whether it's Luna or Gutierrez. I was hoping Gio Reyna would come to life.
Yeah. Did you see his 10 minutes against who was it? Mainz?
Yeah, there's not
Not good.
much. Yeah. Yeah, he's been healthy for like 2 to 3 weeks already. He's just a bench player for Gladbach. That's the reality.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here comes Burkina Faso shot off target. They're looking more dangerous in the second half.
I know.
We leave also a lot of space in transition. Where the hell are our double pivot midfielders?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. This team is not well coached. I'm sorry. Actually, there's a good block by Giovia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be in and out, Zach.
I'll see you soon, Pete. Yeah, I'm just very concerned about the double pivot midfielders right there, which is what's his name? Sanchez and the hell's the guy's name? I even forgot his name at this point. Sanchez and who's the other one? Okay, I'm gonna have to look up our lineup again. It's Sanchez and Terry. How to forget Jude Terry. Okay, still with Burkina Faso here in the final third. We have not been good in the second half here. We're already 7 minutes in, so there's some time, and we have not been good. The coach is Segares. He's a Costa Rican international. Okay, 52 minutes. The United States playing out of the back here. Ball goes wide. I don't know why we keep trying to play out of the back. Our defenders are not good on the ball. Our goalkeeper can't play on the ball. And then we go long and we can't win the aerial duels. So just go long right away. Vila, good turn. Good moment there from Vila. Christopher Cups. Why didn't Jude Terry turn on that? He had so much space. And then he just lobs the ball forward for Julian Hall. Okay, Hall, figure. Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, we're going to need some subs here in the second half here. Probably going to have to send in Cavan Sullivan very soon. Vila, again, good defensive. Vila's been a bit better the past 5 minutes. Our right back. Vila's our right back. Pete looks like he's going through a bad boy phase. Why is that? Why is that? Is it the beard? It might be that. Pete's got a little bit of a beard going on. Guimarães clears it. We're getting outplayed. We're getting completely outplayed in the second half. 53 minutes. Burkina Faso still in possession. Oh boy, down the right. And that's a goal kick. That's a goal kick. Goal kick for the United States. Good job there from Christopher Cups, the center back from the Chicago Fire. The Basset Hound is a dog. Yeah, Basset Hounds are dogs. It's a breed. Hey, Filippo, tell us your input about Santi's position at Milan, please. I think Santi Jimenez is not a Milan level player. And I said this when the transfer happened. I said it was a dumb move for Milan, and they paid a lot of money for a player that's not going to contribute. And when I said that, they called me a hater. They called me a madman. Some people even go as far as saying I was racist against Mexicans. That's literally what they said, because I was saying Santi Jimenez was not good enough for Milan. Well, look at that. He's been a terrible player for them. They don't want him there, apparently. The fans don't want him. He has 9 games this season, 0 goals, 0 assists in the Serie A, terrible performances. Unfortunately, he's injured now, so that's something. But it's just a player that's not Milan level. And I said this many times. Okay, Mathis Albert gets fouled again. I know he's getting hit very often, but again, needs to figure it out. $55 here. Let's send Pepe to Milan. I don't think Pepe is also at the level that Milan wants or needs. Ball forward, Carrizo. Bad first touch right there. Bad, actually, layoff. And that's not a foul. Play on, play on, play on, play on. Mathis Albert down the left. Loses the ball. Boy, oh boy. And free kick for Burkina Faso. Not a good second half. Kyler's saying, got the flu and working from home. I need a win here, so please on everything, boys, just get the dub. Did Calvin actually hit Albert, by the way? Missed that drama. I don't think he did. There were no actual reports on that, and there was a post after from Cavan saying everything was fine. So they're both in the national team. So if it happened or not, I don't think it matters. But I doubt it. I think if Cavan had hit Albert, probably would not be in this team right now. Pedro Guimarães, bad touch, and here comes Burkina Faso. That's a really bad touch. We're playing like shit in the second half. Playing like complete shit in the second half. And we have, what, like 30 more minutes to go? Okay, corner kick here for Burkina Faso. What is this game on? It's on Peacock. You can watch it on Fox Sports 2 or Peacock. Corner kick for Burkina Faso. Ball goes in, cleared. But they still have a shot. Cleared again by the American defense. And Berchimas, go, quick. And he fouled the Burkina Faso player. Gabriel Alcala is saying, why are we watching this? Well, we're looking at some of the American prospects. We're watching Mathis Albert play, Maximo Carrizo play, Julian Hall, Cavan Sullivan will come on. There's a lot of prospects that will probably be in the national team in the future that we're watching. But we are playing poorly right now in the second half. We were good in the first half, but definitely not good in the second half. Oh, Burkina Faso almost scored off a header. If it keeps going like this, we're probably going to lose this game. If things don't change quick, we're probably going to lose this game. We are not looking good in the second half. The double pivot in the midfield has been complete dog shit. The back line has been kind of shaky. Okay, now we're not trying to build out of the back. Finally, we're not building out of the back. We're just going long, which is probably what we should do. Terry misses the header. Oh, my goodness. It's been so sloppy. Cavan Sullivan is warming up. Yep. It looks like Cavan will be subbed in very soon. Actually, I think did they call him? He's probably going to be subbed in the next 5 minutes or so. The coach just looks depressed, man. I told you guys when we saw him earlier in the game, it looks like the coach for the United States just went through a divorce, lost his job, and is just hitting the bar every night. Dude doesn't look happy. He just looks like he went through a very stressful divorce. Okay, Cavan Sullivan is being subbed in. First substitution for I wonder who's coming off. I would probably sub out one of the double pivot midfielders, Sanchez or Jude Terry, either one. I would keep Berchimas, Carrizo, Julian Hall, Albert. I would keep all those guys. But Terry and Sanchez would be one of the players I would take off and just put Cavan Sullivan in the midfield. Christopher Cups. Yeah, when pressed, Mathis Albert. When pressed, our backline struggles every single time. Cups, Sanchez, to Jude Terry. Berchimas down the right, drives inside, finds someone past the damn ball. Carrizo out wide. Mathis Albert, quickly, go at him. Albert, that's going to be a corner. Shot got blocked. Oh boy. Corner for the United States. Good morning, everyone. Oh, and if you guys just tuned in, don't forget to drop a like in the stream if you haven't already. Drop a like in the stream. Corner kick for the United States. The second half has been a bit nervy. Let's see who Cavan comes in for. Wait, is Cavan on already? No, not yet. Not yet. He's coming right now. Albert, not a good delivery, and Burkina Faso clears it. That'll be a throw-in for the U.S. So Cavan Sullivan is being subbed in right now. Who's out? Who's out? So Cavan is on for Jude Terry. Good sub. That's more or less what I wanted, right? Terry or Sanchez. He's subbing out Terry and putting in Cavan Sullivan, very likely in the midfield. Now, I wonder if Carrizo is going to drop and Sullivan's going to be playing higher up the field. We'll see. Okay, throw in for the U.S. Cavan Sullivan's on, so everyone will get to watch him now here at the U-17 World Cup. Long and cleared by Burkina Faso. Berchimas. And that'll be a throw-in for Burkina Faso. It looks like Cavan might be playing the 10 and Carrizo is playing the 8. Because Cavan's very high up the field and Carrizo is deeper. That might help progress the ball forward at least. Carrizo with the ball, goes back. Pedro Guimarães, Carrizo, back. Vila to Cavan Sullivan. Sullivan drives inside. Okay, forced it a little too much, Cavan Sullivan. He needs to calm down. I know he's going to come in. He's going to want to try to get things to happen, right, Cavan Sullivan? But go easy. Build yourself into the game first. But at least there's some personality there, right? So they're saying, so Cavan Sullivan looks like he's playing as the 10. He's playing as the attacking midfielder, and Carrizo is dropped to an 8 position. But Cavan looks to be playing as the 10, as the attacking midfielder. Carrizo wins it. That'll be a free kick for Burkina Faso. No, Cavan Sullivan is not blonde, guys. His hair is clearly bleached. He's not blonde. Okay, United States with the ball. 64 minutes now. Looks natural to me. Yeah, maybe Cavan is blonde. Maybe he's blonde. Maybe he used to dye his hair. I think it's brown hair, black hair that he has. Maybe he used to dye his hair black or brown. And now he's just letting it grow and he's blonde. No, guys, he's not blonde. Ball in the air. Carrizo wins it. Cavan Sullivan restarts with Vila. Okay. We're actually, looks like we're playing a back 3 now. We're playing a back 3. Cavan Sullivan. Down the right. To Berchimas. Back to Vila. Yeah, it does look like in possession we're playing a back 3. And Pedro Guimarães is tucked inside in the double pivot. Yep, that's how we're playing. So Vila, so the two center backs are still center backs, but Vila became a center back. And Guimarães tucked inside to play as an 8, as a central midfielder. And Cavan and Carrizo are still very high up the field. Mathis Albert, good. He tracks back and recovers the ball for the United States. Pedro Guimarães. We're getting better now in the second half. We're playing better. Ever since he changed the formation and Cavan Sullivan came on, we're playing better. Not specifically because of Cavan. He hasn't done much, but the formation change helped. Cavan, good ball to Julian Hall. Julian Hall holds it. Bad pass from Hall to Berchimas, but he recovers it. Julian Hall, reset the fucking play. There you go. Sullivan to Pedro Guimarães, now playing as a central midfielder. Mathis Albert tries to take on his defender. Reset the play. Got freaking release the ball quickly. I get it. You want to draw the foul, but release it quickly. Carrizo was open right behind that. You don't have to draw the foul every time. Just a quick pass. Keep the ball moving. Okay, free kick for the U.S. and Mathis Albert will take it. Mathis Albert will take it here for the United States. Can be a dangerous free kick here. This can be a dangerous free kick. Honestly, now that they showed from that angle, just shoot it on goal. Just shoot it on goal. Oh, good job. And he did shoot it on goal. He did shoot it on goal. Okay, short corner. Albert drives inside. Oh, bad first touch from Albert. Cavan Sullivan recovers it for the United States. We try to go long to absolutely no one. Absolutely no one right there. Okay, and here comes Burkina Faso now with the ball inside. Back. Recovered by the United States from Pedro Guimarães. Burkina Faso still has. They're going to shoot it from distance. They always do that. That'll be a goal kick. Goal kick for the United States. They've been shooting. When we talk about shooting your shot, I'm not talking about Burkina Faso, right? Burkina Faso is shooting their shot way too much. They're shooting from anywhere. They're shooting from anywhere. Okay, goal kick for the United States. Not a terrible result so far, but let's just put it this way. We should get a win here. If we get a win today, we are pretty much through because we will defeat Tajikistan on Saturday. That should be a comfortable win, defeating Tajikistan. They lost to the Czech Republic. Oh, sorry, Pete. Just saw
Yeah,
you.
it's not really working. I mean, we've looked a little better with Cavan Sullivan on the field, obviously.
We changed the back three in possession also, if you notice. Pedro Guimarães is tucking inside.
Yeah, he's tucking inside, and Giovia is getting higher up the field to try and get some support to Berchimas. Sullivan gave it away.
Yeah, I would say it's been a poor second half outside of the last like 5 minutes or so, which we looked not poor, just okay in the last 5 minutes.
They keep fouling Albert. That's pretty much how all of our attack is going through him.
All right, we've hit minute. Why does Foot Mob have it at 64 minutes? I'm at 69. Nice. I'm at 69. You're at 69 also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why Foot Mob has it like 5 minutes behind. Sullivan, good ball to Berchimas. Berchimas, can you be a bit quicker with that? Good ball, Sullivan.
Slow.
Yeah, Berchimas slow it down too much.
Oh, I mean, we're looking a little better for sure with Sullivan on the field. It helps.
Yeah, but
He's
Berchimas had to be
better than
quicker with
Jude
that.
Terry for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bad header there from Pedro Guimarães. Pedro Guimarães has been a bit shaky today, too, defensively.
Yeah, he has. He has. I'll be honest, though.
They almost scored. They didn't. We're good.
Oh, my God. Honestly, you know who's been quite poor is Julian Hall.
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
wonder if
bad.
it's worth bringing on Chase Adams for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, bring in baby Holland.
Mm, we need a goal. You know, this Burkina Faso team, it's hard to judge this team a little bit because this Burkina Faso team, they're not very good in terms of like how technical they are, but they are a very physical, very difficult team to play against. And I'm just curious to see what we're going to look like against some of these other teams. African teams typically do very well in these youth World Cups, especially the U17s. I think Nigeria has won it 3 times.
Yeah, I guess we'll learn a bit more on Saturday when we play Tajikistan, which is supposed to be not a very good team.
Yeah,
And we should be able to trash them, I would hope. And then we played the Czech Republic, which is probably a decent team next
yeah,
week, and then we'll know. And hopefully we're through, right, to the knockout rounds. Otherwise, it's all irrelevant.
yeah. I mean, if this team doesn't get out of this group, that would be very, very sad. Definitely can't lose today. Like I
No.
don't like a nil draw, but it's better than like obviously it's better than losing.
Well, losing today means we probably would have to beat the Czech Republic, which I mean we should, but it's just a lot of pressure on one game, which anything can
Yeah.
happen. But it's more like win today, and then you beat Tajikistan, and you're through. And then the Czech Republic, you can even. Oh my God, they almost scored. They wasted an
Oh
opportunity from
my
like
God,
five, not
Christopher
even.
Cup. What is Christopher Cups doing?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. Our defense is not good, Pete.
No, our defense has been very sloppy, but also if you watch the entire game, they've had no protection. That double pivot has been shitty. There's been no protection for Cups and Hamuda.
No, and now we have two attacking mids there, Sullivan and Carrizo. We don't have a
I
double
know.
pivot.
I know. It's almost like we have to be smart about this here. Like I want to win too, but we can't lose.
Yeah, but this last play, regardless of the double pivot, Cups cannot be positioned like that.
No, 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 no.
Oh, Cavan Sullivan.
Oh,
Cavan's been very active, but hasn't been great either so
hectic.
far.
Hectic.
Yes,
Very hectic.
chaotic.
Yeah, very chaotic. What
Well, as
the
long as he
fuck is
scores a
that?
goal, who cares? Get a goal.
Yeah.
They're saying this shows how bad MLS Next is really bad. Okay, just to make it
Just
clear. It's not a good level. That's why honestly I prefer for American prospects to play in USL
yourself.
than MLS Next.
Yeah.
Which is also not
Oh,
a great. Oh my God, Cavan, what are you doing?
dude, what
What was
was
that?
that?
He's just like
Kevin.
he's just freaking like chaotic. It's like it seems like the dude is just like he took like a
Yeah.
C4 before going into the game.
Yeah, but his decision making has been so bad.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like he's thinking.
Also, Carrizo's been very absent the second half. Really haven't
Didn't
seen
show up.
anything
Yeah,
from him. Berchamas has
just
also
got the
been
ball.
poor.
Carrizo got the ball now. I think it's like probably the second touch in the second half.
Yeah.
Albert tries the cross, gets a corner. Albert has been good for one thing. He's been drawing fouls and getting corners. That's
Yeah.
what he's been doing.
Yeah.
We're okay. Corner kick for the US. You're 73. At least with the sub and change in formation, we looked a bit better or less
Yeah.
worse, I would say, in the second half.
We still haven't really created any meaningful chances. That's what's worrying.
No. Sean saying, can you break down what MLS Next does wrong? Well, for starters, besides the MLS teams, I'm pretty sure all other teams are pay to play. Just for starters. Okay,
Well,
that's
it's
the
it's an academy league.
well, that's one thing, but it's also not free academies. The MLS ones. Oh, Berchimas, how did you miss that? How did you miss that? He got blocked.
Oh. And then Albert misses the follow up. Dang.
And a few things about MLS Next that they do wrong. And first and foremost, USL is better because USL is a professional league, while MLS Next is supposed to be a development league, right? An academy league.
Yeah.
MLS Next, outside of the MLS academies, pretty much all the other ones that are there are pay to play. So right there,
Yeah.
you already create a paywall where you don't get all the talent. The second thing is you don't have enough academies. So, for example, in Orlando, you have like the Orlando City MLS Next Academy, which is free. But depending on where you live in Orlando, you can be 1 hour away from it. And how do you get to that? You don't have enough. Along with the fact that the scouting in the region ain't good, at least here.
Yeah, scouting and the development is also not good, right? They're not developing the types of players. There are a few that are trying. Philly's probably one of the better ones, but it's not a great development environment, to be honest.
No.
That's why Albert was right to leave the Galaxy at 16 and go to Dortmund. Julian Hall had an offer from Dortmund and turned it down. He probably should have gone. I don't think the Red Bulls has necessarily been great for his development either.
Carrizo is down and he's out. Is he
He's
injured
off.
or?
Well, they were going to pull him off already, it looks like, because they were already had his number up.
Yeah, he's walking fine. And who's being subbed? Who's on? Number 18?
It's
Eight,
Moisa. Luca
Luca
Moisa is
Moisa.
on. Yeah.
Where does he even
Martinez
play?
also. Enrique Martinez is on. They took off Hamuda.
The
They
center
take off
back,
another
yeah.
center back.
I don't know, man. This coach is a bit off.
I was saying this before the tournament started, that this was the big question with this team, was not being able to play very cohesively together.
Also, Julian Hall has been really poor. How bad is Baby Holland? Because
Yeah, I
man,
don't know.
I
Terrible
probably
ball.
I probably would have still taken out Berchimas instead of Carrizo.
Yeah, I would have too. Berchimas has been really bad. This
And
team also doesn't look like a team,
yeah, and the problem with having Cavan and Berchimas on there, it's just pure chaos, and you don't control the tempo of the game. It's just Sean saying, Pete, what could be done more in development? Oh, that's like a
So
whole hour
where do you start?
conversation, but go along.
The problem doesn't start in MLS Next Pro. It starts in the American pay to play system, right? And even the MLS academies, a lot of them are free, but only from U12 on up, right? And they only get the players in their city. But most American players are playing twice a week. They're not playing street soccer. They're not playing futsal. Their youth teams are being taught to win from a young age because that's how they keep parents right around by winning, even though they're not actually developing the players in the way they should be developed. These are old conversations that we've had over and over and over. I don't see it changing anytime soon. But that's really it's the fundamental problem is the way that you develop players from very young ages, particularly technical development from ages 5 to 10 especially. That's been the real problem. So then when you get to a certain age group, there's a ceiling on the player's technical ability. There really is. And so MLS Next Pro is an academy league. It's not a pro league. I know they're on technically pro contracts, but the pro players that play in it are like 23-year-old college level players who are terrible. It's just not good for players' development. Honestly, I feel like we developed better players when we had MLS loaning them out to USL from ages 16 to 18, like Tyler
Yeah.
Adams, for example. He was
Yeah.
loaned out to USL. And that's a lot better when you're 16 years old playing against grown men with real need to get results. MLS Next Pro, it's an academy league, so there's not really any need to get results. But the problems start long before they get to MLS Next Pro. The problems start very much in the
Oh,
way we
Cavan,
develop
goal.
players.
Cavan, goal. Go.
Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's go. That was a good ball by Albert. Good ball by
Yes.
Albert. Good flick on header. 1-0. Let's go. Let's go. All right, now we have to see this out. We have to see this out and win this game.
Yes. Now they're going to open up more.
Yes, because they're going to have to come after us. That was a good ball by Albert. Who was the flick on header from? Was that Hall?
No, Hall missed it.
Oh, it came off the defender's back.
Yep. But it was assisted by Mathis Albert. Good settle from
Yeah.
Sullivan.
I don't think the defender touched it, actually.
Good first touch and finish by Sullivan.
Yeah. Good. Honestly, for a game that we didn't play as well as we could have, this was much needed. A much needed win. Yeah, I mean, we haven't won yet. Let's wait. We have 10 more minutes.
Yes. Oh my God! Look at this coach. Even when he got the lead, it looks like the guy is depressed.
Yeah, he almost looks sad that we won. He's
Yeah.
like, now we have to stay in Qatar longer.
It's like the more we win, the longer we have to stay here.
Bro, this
I
guy
just
is
want to go back to
nothing.
my Irish pub, drink
He
my
makes
sorrows away.
Mitrovic look good. He makes Mitrovic look like amazing.
Dude, that was his celebration. That's him happy.
Yeah. Yikes. You imagine what that halftime talk is like? All right, 1-0. Let's go.
Oh boy. Hey, and that's what usually happens with good teams or teams that have talent is when you're playing poorly, maybe one moment is all they need. And that's what happened
Yeah.
here today. Albert
Well, our two
with
best
Sullivan.
players supposedly combined to make it
Yes.
1-0. We'll take it. We'll take this. It wasn't a great performance, but against a very physical team, we'll take it. Oh, let's go again. Let's go again. One more. Make it 2-0.
All right, 1-0. We got 9 more minutes here. And now we're gonna have also space in transition, right? They're gonna come after us because they're losing already.
Yeah.
Also good
Honestly,
for
just
Sullivan's
take
confidence.
fouls, foul them, slow the game down, waste time. You need to learn how to win the game like this.
Yeah, Sullivan's goal is actually not as easy as it looks. A lot of the
It was a
players would
good
have
first touch too.
they would
Very
have
good
fucked
first
up the
touch.
first touch. They would have fucked
Yeah.
up the first. The finish itself was easy, but the first touch, most players would mess that up.
Yeah. Or they would just sky it instead of
Yeah.
try to take it down with their first touch.
I think all of the forwards from the U20s would have wasted that.
Yes. Yes.
All of them. Man, the Burkina Faso coach actually has some energy.
I know. I know.
Wait, you're gonna give a red? Oh, we might get a red. That was a
Oh,
reckless
that was
challenge.
bad.
That's a red.
Who is that? Oh, that's the guy who just came on. Moisa,
Yeah,
right?
it's number 20. He's what's his name?
Oh, it's Enrique.
Martinez. Yeah.
Enrique
Oh, that's
Martinez.
probably a red. He gets the ball, but yeah.
It's also studs up. Yeah, that's
Yep.
gonna be a red card. We better just defend for our lives now.
It's reckless, right? So
Yeah, it's very reckless.
what's the name of
No
the
foul.
coach? It's
No
Segueres.
foul. Segares, Gonzalo Segares. He's Costa Rican.
Trying to find pictures of this guy. No
He
foul
got the
is
ball.
definitely a choice.
He did get the ball, but it's two-footed, studs up. I don't know. That should at least be a yellow card. That was at least a yellow for me. We'll take it. We got lucky.
Yeah, it would have sucked to play man down here for the last 10 minutes. But I think we just got lucky.
Yeah. Let's get this win.
Okay, 84 minutes now. Got a couple more to go. Good steal. Albert, we got to be quick in transition. They're going to be exposed.
Yeah.
Julian Hall has been very poor today. Oh, what a ball from Sullivan to Albert. What a ball.
Oh,
But Albert is
beautiful.
but Albert
Heavy
is
touch.
beat up.
He's
He's tired.
gassed. He's gassed.
Great pass from Sullivan, one touch. Burkina Faso with the ball. Probably the best lineup he can put out of the front three. I don't know about Baby Holland, but probably put Sullivan just wide on the right wing so he has freedom to do what he wants. Carrizo at the
Yeah.
10, Albert at the left wing, and then Julian Hall up top. And then hopefully that's enough to combine, create good chances.
Yeah, and then you have Carrizo at the 10.
Mm-hmm. Because the problem also, Cavan came on and Albert is gassed. Carrizo was kind of gassed. So
Yeah.
Cavan didn't really have minutes with these guys when they're fresh.
Yeah, they're taking off Albert. That's smart. He's gassed.
That's Sakiris' brother, isn't it? Because it looks like Nico
Yeah,
Sakiris.
Mateo Shakiris.
It
They
looks
look
just
so
like him.
alike.
Okay, Guimarães with the throw in. And again, Guimarães should stop taking throw ins.
Mm.
They're saying Duncan Maguire was the original Baby Holland.
Ah,
I mean,
Duncan.
Baby Holland is getting no minutes today, so he might not be that good.
I know. I don't know. I haven't seen him play. I understand he's more of a poacher than anything. Also, all of his goals have come in MLS Next Pro, which we've already just talked about.
Have
All
you
right,
seen?
Tack, I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the post game.
Yeah, just one thing. Have you seen Baby Holland? He actually looks like Brian McBride.
Yeah, he does a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. All right. See you soon, Pete. See you in the post game.
All right, see ya.
Let's see. Albert is still on. No, Albert was subbed on. No, I think Albert was subbed out. Hold on. I think Albert was subbed out. Nah, wait. Is Albert still on? Yeah, he's still on. I still see Albert there, number 11. I thought he was out, but he's not. Hmm. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Mathis Albert is still on, even though he looks gassed. United States tries to go long. Julian Hall can't win. Oh, Julian Hall finally won it. Get across. Albert is open. Albert is open. You idiot. You complete moron. He was open for a tap in. Why? Why would you shoot it from that angle? He didn't even look for the cross. Look at the replay. He didn't even look. He just shot it. There were two American players making the right runs. And Albert was one of them, and he was wide open. Oh boy. That was literally to kill off the game, and Julian Hall messed it up. Misael wasn't a simple cross, clowns. Well, at least try it, idiot. At least try the cross. Was it a simple finish? How are you going to score? How are you going to beat the goalkeeper where on the first post right there? Explain to me, Misael. How are you going to beat the goalkeeper on the first post? It's just not going to happen. You try the cross. You try the cross. My goodness. And now the Burkina Faso player is cramping up. Let him cramp up. Let him cramp up. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, there are people defending that shot from Julian Hall. They're defending that shot from Julian Hall. Like, I don't care if it's a tough cross. It's a tougher shot. You cross it. And if it doesn't work, at least you did your part. At least he got a shot on target. Doesn't matter. Burkina Faso got like 6 shots on target. They were all terrible shots. Does it matter? If he crossed that ball, it could have not gotten to the player. You're right. He could have done a poor cross, or the defender could have cut it. But if he got the cross right, it would have been a goal. Mathis Albert was open for a tap in. Now the shot itself was fine. It wasn't a bad finish. It's still not going to go in unless the goalkeeper fucks up. It's a bad decision. Pedro Guimarães wins the first header, loses the second one. Martinez clears it. Cavan tries to, and we got the ball. Yeah, the United States has the ball. Who was that to? We're a little panicky right now. 5 minutes added. 5 minutes added. Throw in for Burkina Faso. Just got to hold on to this 1-0 win. Win today, and then you just defeat Tajikistan on Saturday, and you're through to the next round. And then against the Czech Republic, you can rest some guys. 305, Mex Boy saying, do you think Estevão is Neymar's successor for Brazil? There's some similarities, but I don't know. Like it's very hard to get another player at Neymar's level, right? They talked about maybe Vini being the successor, even though it's a very different style of play. But the numbers that Neymar put up for Brazil, the numbers that Neymar put up in Europe, it's tough, right? It's tough to say anyone is the successor of Neymar for Brazil. So, but Estevão is a very good player. I just don't think he will be prime Neymar's level. Yes, Canada is losing to Uganda. Losing to Uganda in the U-17 World Cup. Ball goes long. 4 minutes to go. We got 4 more minutes here for the U.S. to hold on to the 1-0 win. Cavan Sullivan scored so far the game-winning goal, assisted by Mathis Albert. Very good first touch. Very good finish from Cavan Sullivan. Speak a little bit of Portuguese, please. Like what? Give me a sentence. Give me something to speak or to say in Portuguese. Cavan Sullivan with the ball. Good decision. Kill off time. Good decision from Cavan. That's the right decision. No. That's our ball, ref. He kicked it on the Burkina Faso player. Say muito bom. Muito bom. That's just very good. Muito bom. Oh, match commentary. Okay, I'll do a little bit. Burkina Faso com a posse de bola. Cavan Sullivan. É falta para o Burkina Faso. Falta do Cavan Sullivan no jogador de Burkina Faso. E vamos ver 3 minutos no jogo. A bola vem longa. Pedro Guimarães e vai ser lateral para o Burkina Faso. Ele ganha a bola de cabeça. E que é isso? Confusão ali no meio. Burkina Faso com a bola. Cruzamento, tira Christopher Cups. E agora o jogo está muito confuso. Okay, that's enough of Portuguese for today. Say MLS is muito bom. Well, MLS is muito bom, you would say a MLS é muito boa, not muito bom. If you're talking about MLS, you would say muito boa, not muito bom. I don't know why. You guys got to remember, I didn't really study Portuguese. I just know how to speak it. So, but it's just MLS é muito boa, not muito bom. I don't know the reason for that. Ball goes long. Pedro Guimarães, and the ball goes back to our goalkeeper. 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, Misael is not Colin. Colin is my favorite, usually in the chat with crazy takes. Colin is my favorite. But no one can replace Colin. Colin Reese, no one can replace him. 1 more minute. 1 more minute here. Cavan recovers the ball. Tries to find Albert. No one's there. 50 seconds to go. The U.S. just needs to hold. We should just calm the game down and hold possession now. We don't need to score another goal. Tajikistan, just go back. Reset the play. Waste time. Ow. Our player just got knocked out. Who's that? The dude just hit his head hard on the billboard right there. Might enter the concussion protocol. That did not look good. He was pushed also by the Burkina Faso player. And I think the United States just did a VAR challenge. Let's see. Nah, like that's a normal challenge. I mean, it sucks that he hit his head, but it's not really anything that the Burkina Faso player will get a red or something. There's really nothing to review. The ref will probably look at it for a minute. Like, what are we reviewing here, ref? Like, there's really nothing to review. What is the ref even looking at? That's a pretty normal challenge. Like, what is the ref even looking at here? Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing. Okay, so we probably have what 30 seconds to go. I don't know how much time the ref's gonna add on top of that. Say 6-7 in Portuguese. 67. 67 would be 6-7 in Portuguese, or 6-7. No, not 67 is 67. So 6-7 in Portuguese would be 6-7. Yeah, 6-7. And that'll be a throw in. No, goal kick for the United States. Ref, we're over 7 minutes now. It should be done. The game should be over by now. In its game, the United States U-17s pulled a 1-0 win here against Burkina Faso. We're going to be playing Tajikistan on Saturday. I won't be able to do that live watch along, but next week we'll do the live watch along for the game against the Czech Republic, and then obviously all the knockout rounds. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to drop a like right now before you go. Tomorrow we have an MLS video, a very special MLS video. You guys will love it. Right now we're going to go to 11 Yanks for the post game. Ciao.